On June the 12th, 2005, encouraged by the impressive DVD sales of the Rise and Fall of ECW documentary, Vince McMahon facilitated a one-off reunion show for the Tribe of Extreme as ECW presented One Night Stand. While funded by the WWE, the show was an authentic recreation of Paul Heyman's brand of pro wrestling, with the pay-per-view receiving an overwhelmingly positive reaction. Along with those previous DVD figures, the event proved something. There was still an appetite for Extreme Championship Wrestling. Many within the company put this down to the power of nostalgia, a trip down memory lane which would not translate well to a full-time return. Despite senior figures like Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes holding these views, not everybody agreed. Paul Heyman, and perhaps most importantly Shane McMahon, believed in the long-term viability of the rebirth of ECW. Initially resistant, Vince McMahon was convinced that ECW could potentially serve as a third brand within the WWE, expanding the former cult promotion onto a global scale. Heyman and Shane had different ideas. Fighting for their own vision, the duo proposed ECW as a web-exclusive show appealing to the increased interest in online media. They saw the company as a hybrid, bringing together former ECW alumni as well as the hottest rising stars on the independent wrestling scene. It would also serve as a halfway house come finishing school for talents under WWE development contracts who either didn't quite fit Vince's idea of what a WWE superstar should be, or were missing that final piece of the jigsaw before being ready for Raw or SmackDown. Like during ECW's original run, the company would offer a platform for competitors to showcase their talents, with Vince McMahon getting first pick of those who impressed. On the 31st of December 2005, the Rebirth was confirmed. Having sounded out potential signings since the One Night Stand pay-per-view 6 months earlier, Paul Heyman and Shane McMahon were ready to build their roster. Throughout January, ECW's return was promoted on WWE TV, with fans being directed to ECW.com as the only place to see the weekly CyberSlam broadcasts. Between occasional pay-per-view specials and the release of CyberSlam volumes on DVD, the company returned not only as a pet project of Shane McMahon, but with the intention of turning a profit. As well as that, ECW would offer a self-owned alternative to those disenfranchised members of the WWE fanbase. While Vince McMahon had taken some convincing, his son's determination led him to invest a significant amount of money into the returning promotion's upstart. And with Paul Heyman back in charge of the creative direction, fans and those within the business alike were optimistic to see the new breed unleashed.